I'm Steph, and today I am testing out a new kayak. So my mom and I were at Costco the other day, and they had this inflatable kayak on sale for 150 bucks. So we jumped at the chance. It originally was $300. So the end of the season came, and basically mom was like, put it in the cart. So I did not hesitate. We put it in the cart, and I am excited to test it out. So I put it together once in my garage, and it went together really fast. It has 3 chambers for inflating it, and they don't take long at all to inflate. It actually takes way less time than my stand-up paddleboards to inflate. You do have to switch between each chamber, but it's not a huge deal. And this is my first actual inflatable kayak that I've used. I've used inflatable paddleboards that I paddle like a kayak, but this is the actual sit inside kayak that has walls on it. And I'm on Lake Ammonia this morning here in Tallahassee, Florida, testing it out. I'm really impressed with it, actually. It paddles really well. There is actually a fin that came for the bottom to help you track. I didn't put it on. I'm not a huge fan of them because they can kind of get in the way when you're trying to get on the kayak. So I didn't put it on, but I'm able to paddle pretty straight in this, and it's really large. Like, there's a good length to it. I just feel really comfortable in it. It feels very sturdy. Honestly, it feels like I'm in a hard shell. It doesn't feel like it's an inflatable. It does use the drop stitch technology, which basically makes inflatables feel as if they are a hard shell product. And just a lot of room. I think actually you could use this for kayak camping pretty easily. And I don't feel really any unstable at all. Has a good shape to it. This brand is, I don't know much about this brand. This is a brand I've seen at Costco before, and they usually have inexpensive inflatables. I'm actually glad that I have this in my lineup because it will be another option, and I think it can hold 300 pounds, which is a nice option to have in kind of my fleet of kayaks. The biggest thing with inflatables is how they dry, like if they'll dry out, and you kind of have to lay them out to make sure they're dry. So when I get home, I will make sure to do that. But overall, I've been really impressed. The seat is not as bad as I thought it would be. It's definitely kind of hard, but not in a way where I think I'd need to add extra padding, maybe for a long paddle, but I don't love the footrest. The footrest, it's decent. You can rest your feet on it. I like footrests where you can get more of your toes on them, because when I do a power stroke, I need to use my arms and my legs for that and push with my feet, and I can't really do that with this footrest because it's just kind of at the bottom of my feet, which is fine. I mean, this is not something that is made for really doing a power stroke in. I understand that. It also did come with a hand pump, but I don't mess around with hand pumps. I always use my battery-powered inflator, and it worked really well. I am also using the paddle that it came with just to try it out, and it's a decent paddle. There's a lot of wiggle to it because it's just a cheap paddle. It's not bad though. It's not too heavy. It doesn't drip water too bad. There's little grooves on it to collect the water, and it has drip rings. It's definitely not something I would use all the time, as I have a way better paddle that I use, but it will do the job. So it's nice that this actually comes with it. You kind of have everything you need except a life jacket when you buy this kit. My go-to kayak is a foldable Oru kayak that I usually paddle in, and I will say comparing these two just very briefly is I do think I can go a little bit faster in my Oru. I do feel like it's a little bit lighter, so I can kind of get the speed up, and this is longer. This is longer than the Orus that I have. And longer usually means you can go faster. Actually, that's usually what that means, is you can kind of get the speed up. I tend to go faster in my Oru kayaks, the short ones. I feel like I am going a little bit slower in this, that I can't get the speed up as much. But again, when you're kayaking, you're not trying to make any speed records, so that's not a huge deal. Okay, I am headed back. I just went on a very short paddle to test out this kayak. I was really excited to test it, and couldn't wait for like a full trip to take it out. Also, you never know with a new kayak if there's gonna be any kind of issues. You don't want to take it on a major trip and then have to cut it short. So this was a great first voyage out on this new kayak. I'm really happy I have it because it feels stable. I think this will be a nice option for a lot of my friends if they need a kayak, and it didn't take a lot of time to inflate. I mean, it's going to be kind of annoying to put back in the bag. That's just any inflatable is kind of annoying to like have to fold it back in the bag, but like I do with all my inflatables, I will just loosely pack it up in my car today. When I get home, I'll lay it out wash it with fresh water, let it dry out, then I'll put it back in the bag because I don't want it to get musty and moldy in the bag. But I was able to put it back in the bag after I took it apart the first time, so I do think they did a good job with the size of the bag compared to the kayak. I think if this is on sale at your Costco or even the regular price, I think this is definitely a very good just like general kayak. If you want to just take some like nice paddles here and there, I think this is a good kayak to try out and does not take up a lot of space, so I'm a pretty big fan. Well, thanks for joining today, and I hope you have a great day.